Good day, it's Tony Fortunato from the technology firm. Today we're going to start a little review on Wireshark. I haven't done a quick start in years and people keep asking me for one. So instead of doing one big, huge, long one, I'm going to do a bunch of little ones, and that way you can pick out exactly what you want to review. So here's the basics. You start up your Wireshark, and what I want to do is go through a little bit of the preferences. So if you go to Edit Preferences or Shift Control P, you're going to see the preferences dialog box pop up, and I'm not going through everything because that's not going to help you with life. So I'm going to show you what I typically change and why I change it. So the first thing is the maximum recent files, and you might want to change this depending on the job and how many files you're opening and closing. That is the default. Please don't go nuts. Don't put like a 50 or something crazy like that. 5, 10, maybe 15, or the other way around. You might want it down to 2 so you don't have a big list as well. So there's that one. On layout, this is the way the protocol panes are all displayed, the packet list, detail, and bytes. I always use, this is the pizza box style, the stacked style, and then every so often when I want more screen real estate on the list, I'll go to this format. So that's typically what I do, this one or that one. The other one, the other good thing here we can change is down here. It says custom title window, and I'll change this depending on the job that I'm on. So if I was at Acme fixing phones, and then hit apply, at the top here it says Acme fixing phones. And there you go. So I'll put this back to Tony Fortunato, apply, and it says Tony Fortunato. So it's a good way to make a note, and that way if you do a screen capture later on, you'll be able to remember what you were doing at that time. The other one, let's go down to capture. This is the default interface. Right now I'm on Wi-Fi, so I probably don't want my Ethernet to be my default. So I can come down here and I can change it to whatever I want it to be. It even allows you to do something pretty cool here in the Edit button. If I click Edit, you'll see it gives you a list of all your interfaces, and you can actually put a comment. So I put a comment here on this adapter. I have no idea what this does. And you can also put comments if it was a VPN adapter. Make sure you connect before you start capturing, that sort of thing. But the neat thing about it is you can either hide it so it never comes up on the list anymore. You're not deleting it, you're not disabling it, you're just hiding it cosmetically. And then the other thing is right from this pull down menu, you might have seen it just a few seconds ago, when you come down to that adapter it says I have no idea what this does. So it's also a helpful little tip if you wanted to label the correct Wi-Fi adapter. So for example, if this was my real Wi-Fi adapter and it just says Microsoft, for example, I can write down Wi-Fi adapter like that. So by doing that, whenever I come to the pull down list, it'll actually give you more information about the connection or tips and tricks about it as well. All right, back to this. Name resolution. I typically turn all these off and just leave the MAC address because I don't want the port numbers being resolved. I know what port 80 is, and if my application has a funky little port number like 6789, I don't want Wireshark guessing what it might be. I pretty well know what to expect, so I turn all that jazz off. And then the last thing you might want to pay attention to, things like protocols. So when you come down this list, we'll just quickly pop down to HTTP. And you can have your port numbers here. This is one place you can change it. You can also change it in another place, but for now, if you wanted to permanently add port number 6789, and every time Wireshark sees it, it'll be treated as an HTTP packet, that sort of thing. All right, so I'm going to click OK there. On the main screen here, if first time you ran this and you have a bunch of adapters you don't quite understand, you see this says Wi-Fi adapter now, just because we changed that earlier. Fit interface list. Interface list shows me all the adapters, and as you can see, I wasn't as smart as I thought I was. Oops, Wi-Fi adapter, that wasn't really it. It was this one. Whoops, sorry, this one. So I thought I was doing something helpful a minute ago. I guessed wrong adapter. So I'd probably want to go back and change that. But that's an example of when the description becomes handy because they all say wireless. This one was that random one, I don't even know what it is. And this one, obviously, there's 3 wireless adapters. Oh, another wireless adapter up here. And you'll see them based on the physical driver and as well as the protocol. So if you have IPv6 on, you'll see multiple entries as well. Last thing to look at is the capture option screen. You could also get to that from the interface screen, but I'm just going to kind of do it separately for you here.
And when you do pick an adapter, for example, this my true Wi-Fi adapter, and I know because it has both of those IPs, the IPv6 and IPv4, which I recognize. Here's where you can do your capture filters. And another video I do will be on capture filters, and another one will do capture files as well. So just a quick intro. Hope that helps. Have a good day. Bye for now.